Let's try both lights. I just feel like for YouTube to be around for so long, it could have better everything. This lighting, it's okay. But I came on live, not feeling that. Let's, I guess it's dark either way, but I came on here to talk about my first angelic experience, and it wasn't like, I was gonna say it wasn't angelic at all, but I would say it was more like a telepathic conversation. And I also knew I wasn't talking to God, but I knew that I was talking to something that was very high rank, close to God. And I remember there being a flash at the end of my street, almost like a tunnel. Like it always reminds me of like a train, a tunnel, like a light at the end of a tunnel. And how I was communicating, or how we were communicating, was like giving me flashes or instances of like everyday life, like things that already happen all the time, but it was like showing me like, this is us communicating with you. And with me, it's always like lights, flickering, flashing lights. I wouldn't even say like Morse code, but I always feel like the way that it's done reminds me of it, because it's like they'll flash or flicker something to like get your attention. So I've had experience with that, and I would like to say that this is why I believe more in aliens than what they say God is, because, wow, I just seen that whole entire flash in the sky, and it just went like everywhere. And honestly, I'm in San Bernardino, California, and that is a regular occurrence. And yes, I do feel like that was like confirmation of the aliens, because it's always like a disturbance. Hi there. Hey. So, back to what I was saying about why I believe more in aliens than the idea of God, is because every experience I've had with something that feel is angelic or is God in nature has always been like telepathic conversations. Like, they're never out loud conversations. There are always instances in like energetic feelings and bodily sensations and dreams and stuff that you know is like a conversation that you're having with you, but you know you're having it with something else far more intelligent and like benevolent than you are. And it's like, that's why I say like alien, because there's so much more to it than, to me, what is talked about in any religions ever. And like plants, they start interacting with you like that too. Like, have you guys seen when it was trending on TikTok, people singing to plants and like talking to trees, and then people that have been known this or have been immersed in that world? Oh, wait, sorry. Were like showing videos of them talking to the trees, and the trees were like dancing with them or leaning in towards them and like interacting with the people. Hey, I feel like the aliens could be way more real than God because the world is bountiful. I mean, buddy, over 1,000 years. Yeah. These are also facts. And it's just like the experiences that I've had. Like there was a time where I knew to like shut out all distractions because I felt something was about to happen and something did. And like it was something as simple as like I'm trying to start a fire, my grill, so we can like grill. And the fire was moving in such a way that it seemed like it was alive, but I thought I was tripping. But everything around me started to get really like loud and crazy. But this energy around the fire was like me, and I felt like it was protecting me. Like it made like a little energetic bubble. Like I could have tapped into what was going on outside. Like people are talking extra loud, like the dogs that the people were walking just started barking like loud, like at each other. It was just like so much going on. But the fire, it was like moving, it was like dancing, and I was like, oh, that shit is so pretty. And like the way that it was like moving, it was throwing out little spurts, like little smaller, like fireworks of fire. And I was just like, what the hell? Like, this is so pretty. I went to go touch it and got burned, and for some reason, forgot that it was fire. But the way that it was like, the way God was moving through the fire, it just was like so pretty. Like, it just, I forgot it was fire. It was cool. And I went on for a minute and I was like thinking, like, should I go get somebody? Because it was like going on for such a long time. And then everything started to feel dreamlike, and then it just like faded away and started going to normal. Hey, so the vibe is, I was talking about my first angelic experience was actually very alien like to me. And another time where I've experienced a being, I was working up in the mountains and Crestline as a cabin leader, and there was a being that came, and it was like super tall, and it was like the light over it was like white. And I tried to like wake up, and I seen it walking into like the area where the girls were, and I heard it say, without saying anything to me, like, go back to sleep, like everything is fine. And I was like, nah, like I'm trying to like wake up, but it was like sleep. And I was just like, I try to fight the sleep, but I could not fight the sleep. And then the way that it was like very dreamlike. And the only reason I know that that actually happened is because another student of mine, she was like, um, I was. She said she was asleep. She was laying in her bed, and then she seen like something tall and white, like something that was a white, like something that was in white. It was tall, and I was like, I sang that too. And then other girls were like, I like felt something, but I felt like I like it was making everybody sleep. But why it came? Probably to protect us. There's so much going on at that school. There's so much cool stuff going on. Hold on, I'm cleaning off my glasses because there's a film on it that was like cloudy. That feels a lot better. Okay. I seen an angel in my room holding my hand praying for me. It was like 8 feet tall with the purple like gown. That's so dope. So they do wear gowns. That shit is so crazy because I'm just like, they be tall. But so I heard that because Earth is a physical plane, we like give angelic beings like their physical look because based on like what their essence is. So when we imagine them as tall, it's not only because they're not like they are tall, but it's because their essence, like where they're from, who they are. And we imagine them as like big, big energy. And then purple, these colors. That's cool. Do you guys believe in Transformers? Because I seen a car once, like playing some music, and it got my attention. It was like early morning, 3 a.m. And I looked, and there was nobody in the car, and it was a car like with the top down. And I was just looked, and it was just playing music still, and it was just riding really slow. And I was just like laughing, and I was like, that's crazy. Like, I just feel like I seen a transformer. But I always see stuff with cars, usually. Like, even communication wise, like license plates, numbers. If it's gonna be like technological. And what else? Do you guys know about the angel Metatron? Because I have a theory that Yeshua or Enoch is Yeshua is Metatron. Wait, I had an order to this. I had a whole entire order. And it was like explaining how one spirit is the same spirit over time. And they just like they learn or we learn. Pretty much. I'm gonna make a grilled cheese and it's gonna be delicious. Okay, so the physical realm is a reflection of the spiritual realm. We're all made in God's image. Yes. And like okay, yes. And when I say that, I'm like, because we're made in God's image, we're able to create like God straight off of nothingness, which is not actually nothingness, is what we cannot see, the darkness, the vibration, the stillness, all that. And we create based off of that. But whatever we create also has consciousness. It's real and it has life. Like SpongeBob and Doodle Bob. Like Doodle Bob lives and has life. His own life. His own thoughts. So yeah. We're saying the same thing. But I just took it like another level. Or did I? But yeah, I'm so glad that you guys were tuned in because I came on here kind of randomly and I was like, you know what? Someone told me on TikTok, which I'm so glad she told me that she would tune in to like my YouTubes, like videos. So I was like, let me get on here and talk about something that I know. And it's just like really regular for me. And I just don't really say that or talk about that. So yeah, I had an angelic experience that was very more alien like. And that's why I call myself an alien. And that's why I believe that God or we are from other spaces and places because of the experience that I had that was very not human like. It was very not speaking and using words at all. It's very like telepathic and it was very primal and natural. I feel like my nail is snagging on something. And I don't like that. I don't like when it snags. But I'm going to get out of here so I can make a grilled cheese sandwich, which I'm so excited about because my mom, like, literally got me so much vegan cheese because I'm dairy free now and gluten free. So the bread that I'm eating is also gluten free, but it's actual regular size bread instead of like really teeny tiny small little gluten free size bread. And I'm just like, yes, I can make myself a little grilled cheese. And that just like makes me happy because that was one of my most favorite go-to meals was grilled cheese as a kid. And then like changing up my diet because of endometriosis and like going to like gluten-free, dairy-free, mainly greens. Vegetables is fine. Fish, Mediterranean diet, great for that kind of stuff. Pumpkin seed oil. Why would I call you that? No, but thanks everyone for tuning in. I'll have some better lighting, or maybe I should start doing these in the daytime. We'll see. But good night, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Wait a minute. You can see the glare in my glasses. How do I end this? I'll figure it out. Bye.